Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my Bachelorette blog. Tonight, of course, was the season finale, and we also had After the Final Rose. And in honor of this occasion, I thought I would dress up a little for you. I hope you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on a bit of a journey this season of The Bachelorette, and I've learned a lot. First of all, I've learned that you should really pay attention to the way a woman crosses her legs. If she crosses it towards you, that's a good sign. If she crosses it away, not so much. Of course, in the Bachelorette world, it means if JoJo's the Bachelorette, it means you're probably not going to be getting a rose. I also learned that big, grandiose gestures of love won't get you anywhere. Just ask Luke. You can go out into the middle of the field and have a big heart of candles, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to care. Oh, and I also learned that telling a woman that you love her, not always necessarily a good thing. You can ask Alex, you can ask Chase, you can ask a lot of people on this season, and they will tell you that. But the thing that I learned the most is that I don't always like being right. We'll get to that in a moment. Now, tonight's episode started off, and it was meeting JoJo's parents. So Jordan and Robbie both had the opportunity of doing so. Jordan came in, he was very jovial, was very friendly, hugs all around, got to meet the parents, and it was nice. Nothing spectacular, nothing earth-shattering. It was just there. Then Robbie came, and as they say in baseball, he blew it out of the park. Not only was the family completely enamored with him, but he took the parents aside, expressed his love for their daughter, and asked for her hand in marriage. Well, after, when JoJo's talking to the parents, come to find out that Jordan didn't ask for her hand in marriage, and all of a sudden JoJo's like, well, what the heck's going on here? And JoJo was more concerned with the fact that Jordan didn't ask, with the fact that Robbie did. So the episode goes on a little longer, and Robbie's telling her how he feels, and then she's out with Jordan, and she's confronting him on this, and said, well, how did it go with my parents? She knew how it went, she just wanted to know what he would say. He says, listen, I didn't ask them for your hand in marriage, and he's like, I just didn't feel right. And of course, she's concerned, and now she's got these second thoughts. But then Jordan did what any responsible, loving man would do. He called them on the phone, and over the phone asked for their hand in marriage, asked for JoJo's hand in marriage, to which they said yes. Which to me is weird, because I'd like to know, if I'm proposing to somebody and I'm asking her parents for her hand in marriage, that somebody didn't just call Tuesday and ask the same thing, and they said yes all over again. So that's just completely bizarre. So I thought that was very, very, very weird, but whatever. So they both wrote these little notes to JoJo, and in Jordan's note he says, I called your parents and I asked for your hand in marriage. So now we come to the big proposal, and we're getting ready to see who's gonna come first and who's gonna say what. Anyways, Robbie comes, he starts expressing his love, and then JoJo's like, wait, don't get down on one knee, I don't want to take this moment away from you. And then she just proceeds to end it with him. And then Jordan comes, and then she's like, I can finally tell you that I love you. And then he drops to one knee, and they're engaged, and it's all exciting, and we should all be up in arms and happy about it. Now, for the last few weeks, I've been telling you that it's going to be Jordan. But never once did I ever say that it should be Jordan. Never once did I ever say that Jordan was going to be the love of her life, that we're going to have this wonderful long-term relationship, and it was going to be wonderful based on love. No. What I've been saying from the beginning is that it was going to be Jordan for the simple fact that he's Aaron Rodgers' brother. Exhibit A, 5 minutes into this episode, while Chris Harrison is addressing the crowd, he makes reference to the fact that one of the contestants is Aaron Rodgers' brother, Jordan. Again, if it didn't matter, why is it coming up? And several other times during the show, it came up, even before we got to the final rose. By the time we got to the final rose, I can honestly say I was kind of done with him. I was like, okay, I was right. Let's move on. I think I've got some reaction video here. So this is my actual reaction to when Jordan was announced as the winner, or when we pretty much knew, I should say, that it wasn't going to be Robbie. And I'm pretty excited about this. Now, I feel bad for Robbie. I don't take any pleasure in his sadness because I think he legitimately cared about her. But when Robbie came face to face with JoJo, what did she say to him? Well, it was always Jordan. He always had my heart. Really? Well, then why were you going around telling your parents that you love two men? There's going to be a lot of things that if Jordan and JoJo do stay together, that's going to be awkward to play back for the kids. That's one of them. Oh, so Dad, I'm thinking about proposing, to my girlfriend. Should I ask, her parents' permission? Sure, but just give them a call. Because that's what I did. So that was weird as well. I was told that I should mention some people in this blog, and I'm going to do it. Rebecca, Melissa, and my darling friend Christine, who you can see here in this video. I respect and appreciate the fact that you thought it was going to be Robbie, but you were wrong. And I'll just leave it at that. But I don't feel great about winning, and I'll tell you why. Because when you got to the After the Rose ceremony, I just found them really awkward. Like, when they were on their dates, they seemed to be more into each other, and this was just kind of like that, it's not working, I don't think I'm going to put my arm... Okay, no. It was just really awkward. They just seemed really weird together. And yes, they've got the whole People magazine cover coming up, but I'll be very interested to see how long this couple lasts. I'm sure it's not easy living under the spotlight, but I don't feel too bad for them because you got flown around the world and you knew what you were signing up for. And of course, Chris Harrison went back again. Well, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers and how that's going. And they were going to try to milk that for all it's worth because, quite frankly, that's ratings. Honey, do you want to watch The Bachelorette tonight? No. Aaron Rodgers' brother's in it. Oh, really? Let's check it out. Maybe they'll say something about my fantasy football league. So they milked it. They milked it to perfection, I think. So will this couple last? Who knows? We'll see. This has been a very interesting season. I don't know. I kind of missed the Chad. He was probably one of the highlights for me. What did you guys think? The season is finished. Are you happy that she picked Jordan? Do you think they're going to have everlasting love? Let me know. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/Woody Whittier, and WoodyWhittier.com. I really appreciate you taking the time to check this out. My name is Keith, and we'll talk to you soon.